The 1-2 New England Patriots are headed to Arlington, Texas to take on the 2-1 Dallas Cowboys in Week 4 of the NFL season. Cowboys are still favored by a touchdown over the New England Patriots. What a meeting between these two teams. Statistically speaking, two very good defenses are set to face off in this game. So let's get into the Cowboys versus Patriots game preview. Let's go. To get started, let's make it clear that the Patriots have played two of the best teams in the league to start the year. In Week 1, they lost a close game to the Philadelphia Eagles 25-20, and then another semi-close game in Week 2 to the red-hot Dolphins 24-17. New England got their first win of the season over the New York Jets in Week 3 with a score of 15-10. On the other hand, Dallas started out red-hot with two monstrous wins in the first 2 weeks, but have cooled down since their loss to the Arizona Cardinals. At quarterback for the New England Patriots is third-year man Mac Jones, who has quietly had a good start to the year. Jones has thrown for 748 yards with 5 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. With Mac Jones leading the Patriots, you kind of know what you're getting at the quarterback position. Mac is a passer that can hit his spots from a clean pocket, beat you with some throws short, medium, or deep, but doesn't have the strongest or most talented arm for the quarterback position. For the Cowboys, this feels like the first quarterback they've played all year that can truly beat you with their arm. Now, I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes or the greatest quarterback Dallas is going to see this year, but I do believe he's better than Josh Dobbs, Daniel Jones, and Zach Wilson. So far through 3 weeks, Mac Jones is second in the NFL in pass attempts. That could be a product of being behind in games against Philly and Miami, but he's been throwing the ball a ton to start the season. For the most part, Mac Jones is a pocket quarterback. What you're not going to have to worry about as much as you do with other quarterbacks is him getting outside the pocket and picking up big yards with his legs. He might not do it as often as other quarterbacks, but he can. So far this year on 135 dropbacks, Jones has scrambled for 41 yards on 4 carries. So when Jones does run, he can be effective. It's just not something we see at a very high rate. As for the Patriots backfield, the matchup we're all going to be watching is Ezekiel Elliott headed back to AT&T Stadium to take on his former team and face a defense that has not been good in shutting down the run game. So far this season, Zeke has carried the ball 28 times for 122 yards and 0 touchdowns. Elliott is averaging 4.4 yards per carry with a long of 14. In New England, Zeke is not the featured back, or at least he hasn't been to start the season. The Pats' leading rusher belongs to Ramondre Stevenson, who has 46 carries for 134 yards and 1 touchdown. So far, we've seen about 1/3 of the New England backfield touches go to Ezekiel Elliott, but Stevenson hasn't really been great to start the year. Just 2.9 yards per carry, with 1 touchdown and a long of 12. To be truthful, neither of the New England backs have looked impressive to start. Neither of them have looked very explosive. Stevenson hasn't had a run over 12 yards. Zeke hasn't had a run over 14. But that might not mean a whole lot to a Dallas defense that just gave up 220 yards to the Arizona Cardinals. That New England backfield could be looking to have a big day. On the outside, the Patriots have some solid receivers with Kendrick Bourne, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Devontae Parker. For Mac Jones, his favorite target has been Kendrick Bourne, who has 14 catches for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. But after that, Jones likes throwing the ball to his tight ends, who have 22 catches combined for 2 touchdowns between Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki. Overall, this New England offense shouldn't scare the Dallas defense. But like we saw in Week 3, it has to be respected because they do have weapons that can beat you. For the Dallas defense, this game is going to be won with that front 7. Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa Odighizuwa, Jonathan Hankins, and Mozzie Smith. And then with the linebacker group in Leighton Vander Esch and Damone Clark. The Cowboys are going to have to find a way to shut down the Patriots' run game. The linebackers are going to have to find a way to get off blocks. Hankins and Osa are going to have to eat up blocks in the run game, tackle 2 very physical backs in Stevenson and Elliott. While I am concerned about the run game, the Cowboys' linebackers and safeties are also going to have to be good in coverage. Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki are favorite targets of Mac Jones, and targeting the tight ends was one of the few things that Zach Wilson did find success with against Dallas. Jaron Kearse, Donovan Wilson, Leighton Vander Esch, and Marquise Bell play the run and be good in coverage. Despite the Patriots offense not having a big name that really scares you, they still have the players to find success in this pass game. As for the corners, Deron Bland and Stephon Gilmore, they'll be tasked with Kendrick Bourne and Juju Smith-Schuster. For a Dallas defense that had a rough go at it last week, I want to see that pass rush be able to get after the quarterback again. If Dallas can keep the Patriots in third and more than 5 or 6 situations, they should have no problem getting after Mac Jones, forcing errant throws, getting sacks, and overall making him have a bad day. The secret is out for this Dallas defense this year. They struggle against the run, and I have no doubt in my mind that the Patriots are fully aware of that, and that's going to be something they're going to test early in this game. It's time for this Dallas defense to buckle up and stop the run. Shut down Zeke and Stevenson, and then get after Mac Jones on 3rd and long. The last thing I want is Zeke to come in here and rush for 80 to 100 yards, and they beat the Cowboys like we saw Arizona do. Before we talk about the Dallas offense, check out my picks for this weekend's Patriots versus Cowboys game on Prize Picks, the best daily fantasy sports app. This week, I put in Tony Pollard for more than half a touchdown, more than 66.5 receiving yards for CeeDee Lamb. Against a stingy defense, Dak has less than 229.5 passing yards, and then Kirk Cousins has more than 283.5 against a terrible Panthers team. That is a $50 entry to win $500 if I'm correct. If you're in a state like Texas, California, Florida, and more, you can play Prize Picks as well. When you use my code DOUBLEMOVE, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Even if you deposit just $10, Prize Picks will match it for you to play with this weekend. My sign-up link is the top comment on this video, code DOUBLEMOVE for a 100% deposit match. Now, let's get back into the video. After putting up 16 points in week 3, the Cowboys offense is going to be looking to bounce back against a pretty good defense in the Patriots. This time around, the Cowboys will hopefully have some of their starting offensive linemen back in week 4. Last week, we saw the Cowboys missing their center, Hall of Fame right guard, and Hall of Fame left tackle. In week 3, the Patriots defensive line did get good pressure against Zach Wilson and the Jets offensive line. I think that's going to be a key component to this game. Can the Cowboys get some of their offensive linemen back and healthy? Because if not, we could see Dak running for his life once again. Against the Jets, New England generated 7 quarterback hits, 3 sacks, and countless pressure. But we can't just give credit to the defensive line. Although they have faced multiple injuries, the Patriots secondary has been good to start the year. Safety Kyle Duggar, Jabril Peppers, and then rookie cornerback Christian Gonzalez have all been good to start 2023. Gonzalez, the first-year man out of Oregon, has been impressive. But like many rookie corners that we see in the NFL, it's not impossible to throw to his side and have success. But he has been good, allowing just a 68 passer rating when targeted through the first 3 weeks. The way that Dallas likes to move their receivers and the way that the Patriots defense likes to move their corners and safeties, we're not going to see the usual matchup of cornerback 1 versus wide receiver 1, but rather an assortment of alignments and schemes for both teams. What New England likes to do is move their secondary around a ton. Jabril Peppers has played just about everywhere across the defense. Defensive line, in the box, slot corner, wide corner, and free safety. The same goes for Kyle Duggar. They blitz him off the edge, they drop him into coverage, they cover one-on-one in the slot, cover one-on-one on the outside. The Patriots gave the Jets multiple looks with their safeties and corners throughout the entire game, and it was effective in confusing Zach Wilson and getting the rush home. For Dak and the offense, it's going to be about identifying what the Patriots are trying to do in that secondary, identifying the blitzers off the edge, and who's dropping back into coverage. The Patriots moving the defense around is what makes Bill Belichick so effective against younger quarterbacks. He can confuse the hell out of them. For Dak, being a veteran, making checks at the line, and getting this offense in the right play is going to go a long way in moving the ball consistently against a top 5 unit. For the Cowboys offense, I'm trying to run the ball and establish something on the ground. For me, I'm so committed to the run that you just bang your head on a wall the entire game. You can establish the run without establishing the run. Use play action. Use the screen game. Get creative with how you're attacking this defense, because trust me, Bill Belichick is going to be creative. For Dallas or the Patriots, I don't think this is going to be an easy game for either team. The Patriots have played every team well so far, but this week, Dallas has to find a way to get into the end zone consistently. 5 of 16 in the red zone isn't going to do it. Field goals are not going to beat this team. In my prediction, I do think the Cowboys move the ball pretty well down the field, but like we've seen to start the year, I think the red zone struggles continue against a very good New England defense. And that inevitably makes this game a lot closer than it needs to be. I do think the Dallas defense does a much better job this week. I think they force a number of Patriots field goals as well. My prediction, Cowboys 20, Patriots 19 in an absolute nail-biter to the very end. Comment your score predictions down below in the comments. Make sure you like this video if you enjoy the previews before every game. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys at the next video. I love you all. Bye.